Hello friends and welcome to another video of War Selection Blue. This time we've got unknown player Sashkorin against another player that will surely show some attention on our channel, aka Mati. We both know they are both good players, but we have to see who's better than the other. Looking at the start of the map, at the start of the game, we can see that the map, it doesn't have a lot of wood, but it has at least 500 extra food. Let's unfog it, and we can see another 500, that's 1000. That's a mammoth cows. We have already enough food for our Stone Age action. Yes, that's a lot. If this woodline would be closer, it would be a Europe map. Sadly, it is not. And they are on the opposite side, so we can see all of this. Which means that unless there would be some good base building, there would be a lot of horse action. Like mounted samurais, sheepacks, or at least should be. When it comes to the iron, it's really far away. Unless your opponent wants to see this, you basically cannot take this if he pushes you. Let's see how those players will play this out. At the start, Mate is already taking the boot upgrade without scouting our opponent yet, which makes him think that this is a small map. If you're not going to Bulwagrass, I do not advise you taking the shoe upgrade, as not making those two workers, losing time on those, costs you over 5000 wood in the late game. Which, well, you don't ever wanna lose. Both players are playing the same. Automatic has some more resource. Oh, he has more resources, he's better warehouse placement. Interesting. As you can see, Sashkorin put it away from the wood line and Mati had it closer, so those workers, especially this one that went inside, can go to this warehouse. I have been betrayed. If he saw this fish, and he did, in my opinion it's better to put it a bit above. If you still want to get wood, then you will, but it will be even closer from the fish, maximizing your gains. I mean, yeah, he would not go on 0 if he did that. And right now, it's looking kinda bad for his food. No, he actually just was taking the upgrades, which he should, of course. It's 18 workers, and cancelled it. Sashkorin, on the other hand, is not taking upgrades. Why? Still no idea. Maybe he has some plan in his mind. Looking at the map, there's still no workers, although those players are noticing the extra food. Mati is making some careful base building. This isn't bad. Actually, it's very nice. If he can block all of this and this, he's inside safe. But honestly, if he does, then it's just a box of death. In my opinion, it's better if he builds out like this. Actually, it's also not good. There's nowhere to build. On the other hand, what he can do is... This is actually interesting. He's making houses here. It's really risky. But yes, he should probably move... I see what he's doing. He's using those houses. He made it a bit further with this rock, so he can maybe make a base like this. A big open base, but blocking every entrance, which is brilliant. And pushing the cows off the way. You can just hit them, of course. They will wag you themselves. Yes, very nice. Real strategy, as you can see. That's very smart of Mati. Very smart. Although another thing that is not smart is him taking the berries without a berry upgrade. He should be able to take it, and it will help him a lot. especially when he's taking the cows from afar, which slows down his food production by a lot. And Sashkorin, on the other hand, is just simply doing the mistake he does always, which is having idle workers. Come on, man, use them. I know you have a lot of food, but still. On the other side, Sashkorin is playing with a more safe approach, making his base building up to the skill, which he should wall this off, get some buildings here like barracks, and will have all of this for himself, which is, let's say, a lot less than Matti. But for the early game, it's safer. If Matti was to be warrior rushed, he would instantly lose this game. But the fastest warrior rush you can do that's decent would be at about 6-7 minutes. That is if you don't make workers or kill them, which is an alien strat. But against him right now, it would really work, especially if he destroyed those houses. Matti is just dead. I've noticed it's actually a good strat against Matti to go warriors yourself, because his warriors are a bit late. By going warriors, you force his warriors to stay in his base and will force him to go on a defensive approach. Whatever you do against Matti though, just remember to never ever be back in age. Doing that will most likely kill you. Sashkorin is going at 44 workers to Asia, which is a bit too quick, but he does have the resources. Those 9 seconds he could save would help him a lot. And Matti, on the other hand, is going for a very late age for him. And he lost a bunch of workers that being PopCap. Matti is on only 41 workers. And still PopCap, still no wood. This is a bad start for Matti. We don't see it often. But remember, everyone makes mistakes. His biggest mistake, of course, is taking the cows from afar, which slows down his production quite a lot. He should use this fish, make one warehouse there. This would render this tree line usable and also give you 500 fish. It's worth it. One warehouse is 100 wood. For 500 fish, that's 5% times 5 gain. Take discounts too. You want them. And looks like he's king animals with his warriors. Going for a late approach. He decided to go for some bulwarks, which I mean are good, but with how open his base is, they will not do much. When your army goes in, like this, maybe, there will be 2 bulwarks shooting. If we go like this, 1 here, 2 or 3, which is better. But if you go deep, this will miss a lot, and here, just 1. So basically, when your base is a bit spread out like that, what you can do to use bulwarks is kinda block off entrances with them. Like making a simple bulwark wall here, which will deal a lot of damage and also slow down the opponent. Or of course you can rush. Now we can see Sashkorin surprisingly not attack, which is where he does play aggressive most of the time. And this is the moment. This is it. The critical moment. Due to rushing Asia, he does not have a lot of resources in the start. But he has quick Asia, of course, which lets him get a lot of these resources quickly. But right now, he can barely defend. He can defend this. Yes, he only has 4 slingers, but remember, all he has to do is block this way of the warriors with those slingers and hope that the bulwarks will get some damage on. This is exactly what you wanna do to counter fast Asia or quick Asia, whatever we call it. You rush with warriors. Fast Asia is the weakest when it goes and hits Bronze Age. I can assure you, it has no resources whatsoever. Maybe a bit of wood, but no food, no anything. If you give it 1 minute, then it's back to its fullness, and it will be stronger than you because of how quickly it can get. He's doing alright, I suppose. Lost 2 workers so far, maybe 3. He did give the full 4, 5, and wants to be a bit annoying, which is always good. 6. It actually got a kill. Good management of your army. And voila! Wouldn't you know? Due to the poor decisions that Sashkorin made and going a bit too fast, he's actually behind now with fast age, which you never want to be. It's 44 workers to 44 as well, but a massive lead in resources. Now, what Polish people do a lot is put their poultry yard close to other buildings that give you back the resources. But in my opinion, it is not a good choice. It simply fucks up with the pathfinding of the workers, making it harder to go around, and simply blocks them even more. Usually you want your poultry yard to be open. And I mean, if you do wanna max out your resource gain from the poultry yard, you can always make it in an X formation, put your poultry yard here, put 4 warehouses on every corner, but that's out of wood, and it will only provide a minimal gain. In case your eco is already bad too, because if your workers have to work a lot, like on this goose with some happens, it's 1 goose, so it doesn't matter, but if it's 5, then yes, that's bad. Well, looking further, we can see already 2 shooting ranges, some barracks being upgraded, and this is it. This is the base building we're talking about. This is what matters. Great base building, blocking everything, but you get 10 horses there and you're dead. No workers here to repair. Boom, 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 dead. Boom, 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 dead. Dead, dead. It's great when you get medieval and such, and when you have good army, but if you don't, and you play against... Well, let's say that. You play against Europe, you warrior us, but the Europe player is actually very good and can build himself up so well that your warriors get, let's say, only 3 kills. He will quickly go for 3-4 staples, build up a horse army, because he knows if he has a good base building, you can do nothing with shooting ranges, and go with 10 horses, snipe your buildings. He gets in, he goes for the houses, which you can do nothing about because it's fast horses, or he goes for the workers, which will quickly die due to how strong the horses are. Now Matti is trying to be annoying. Sashkorin actually does not have too weak of a base building. The problem is, his resources are far away from him. But so far, knowing that those 2 players are, he actually does not have to worry about horses. Oh. Matti just keeps his warriors, which is a good choice for now, because he can make workers. And please go next age. Yes, don't waste time. This is Matti for you right now. He doesn't waste any time going up to next age. The only time he will waste is being pop capped. But he is trying not to. And we can see the horses thing right now. Although Sashkorin is very lucky to have workers nearby. This sucks a ton though. He did block this, but all of this will die because he went back with F2Q probably. Yes, and this will get destroyed. Poor management from Mr. Sashkorin. Matti is already going medieval. Sashkorin is as well, so he did not do bad, but it's still a bit too late. He missed those warriors. How could you miss warriors that are in your base? Lost 1 worker quickly. 2nd worker, what was he doing here? And other than that, he's fine. I suppose Mati is on 53 workers. Sashkorin is on 53 as well, but Mati has the bot advantage. Both players are not doing bad. But take this to consideration. Sashkorin, if he played this well, he would have about 10 more workers than Mati, even though he did not attack Mati a single time. Which means, in the end, he's better at making workers, but the base building and army management did hurt him a lot. Taking the pop upgrade, of course. This is Mati's strat, quickly getting pop and finishing it off. Similar to a certain person back in the day that I will not speak of. You're gonna stay curious. It's simply too dangerous to speak of him. But I'm sure all the player will know exactly who I am talking about. His food eco is struggling. You have the wood, fix it. And he has, for some reason, it must be just not noticing it. I mean, come on, why would you ever want 6 Stone Age workers here? I am sure he simply did not notice it. Getting his houses up as fast as possible. This is simply Mati for you. "20 minutes, high pop, yes, and here we go with some springers. Most likely. Although Sashkorin should have a good eco. He has a decent eco, not too great. But has more food due to not making a lot of army, simply having his spearmen. And honestly, he should be fighting here, yes. His towers are just too close to do any damage, but if he goes here, we can snipe workers, which he doesn't want. And right now, no matter what happens, he doesn't want to let Mati come close to his base. He's on 0 food, which is bad. It's because his eco is not going well. It really is not. A low amount of workers, only 12, will just provide nothing. Not enough that you need. At this point, you don't need iron. Take this iron, put it on wood since it's closer. Take these workers, put it on food. Always measure resources well. You don't need a lot of iron if you don't make springers or hawachas, however you want to call it. Let's take a quick look on the resources. Sashkorin is starting with food, which will help him a lot since it's Asia. And Mati has a lot more workers. It's 2. Oh, that's easy. 63 workers with 3 boats. What he should do right now is obviously focus on getting those houses up. Could make extra ones. It's only 5. You usually get 7 or 6. 6. You get 6 if you're basically greedy and don't want to use too much resources. Because if you get 6, you will have to upgrade some houses that will not get you more pop. But no, sorry. If you get 7, you have to upgrade houses that will not give you more pop since you're already maxed out. But if you get 6, you will get basically full pop a bit later. Basically, it's a trade-off. Looks like Mati is going for the later one. And what Sashkorin should be doing is splitting his army and halting Mati's production. But instead of going for the workers, he chooses to fight the hawachas. If Sashkorin can kill those workers, it will be over for Mati. Those rocket cannons are doing quite well. As long as you can defend your rocket cannons, they will be doing some damage. Maybe not killing, but slowing and basically getting those archers to the death door, lowering the HP by a lot. It's only 70 damage that gets lowered by the AoE factor. But it's always something. With how big the range is, it's basically a medieval artillery. This tower will hurt a bit. But the Springer is coming in, so it will be easier to defend. The boats are in, so Moriko, 6 houses. So Sashkorin also does not go for the 7. I think his army, and he let him simply surround him and his important units, which is very bad. Of course, it's his mistake. Oh, I forgot to get a vision on. We can see that he actually did have vision on this, which is simply poor management. Matty sometimes makes mistakes, obviously. Matty is making the mistake of not managing his food well, which is why he's on 0. He has to learn from his mistakes. We already seen this on the older video from Matty against Oranger. But basically, if he did manage this better, he would have more army and have a higher chance of beating Sashkorin. Although Sashkorin has a similar problem, but his management, as you can see, is much stronger, which gives him more army. What he wants to do right now is obviously not get so much iron, and he is not getting it. Very nice, good choice. And simply focus on wood, focus on getting workers, which he has. Get a bit more, upgrade houses, then upgrade barracks, lastly upgrade shooting ranges, and go next stage. In next stage, you have mounted samurais, which will kill all of this. You have vision, and I mean you have arquebusiers, but usually you don't want to use arquebusiers. Simply too weak. Maybe hand cannons, but only a good mass with some towers. What can we say? Obviously, Sashkorin right now should be dancing. It would save him a lot of resources. But for some reason he's not, and Matti is not as well. His eco is struggling. He must have forgot to rebuild a new warehouse. He lost his iron, which does not matter too much. But I really want to see this fixed. This is simply too bad. The fight is going on to Sashkorin's favor. Matti is still struggling with his food eco a bit. Has enough workers to go next stage, but needs to fix that. Come on, fix both of your ecos. This is the biggest mistake Polish players usually do, and that's to upgrade those workers so they are stronger. Polish players often struggle with keeping their eco. The difference with Matti and Sashkorin though is that Matti has everything upgraded, besides his shooting ranges, which he can upgrade soon. And actually Sashkorin did the same. Get the spear upgrade, please. He did take the arrow upgrade. It's actually already taken. And goes next stage. So Sashkorin is winning as of now. He does have a lead in resources. He doesn't have the army though due to upgrading this. But the same will happen to Matti, of course. Right now, if he can build up the army, he will push. Oh no, don't go in like this. You're simply asking him to beat you. Build up your infantry. No, you cannot do this right now. His army is too big. You will lose all of those rocket cannons. Those workers are simply not worth it right now. Oh no, my friend. All of this is dead. So much resources, so much potential. Should have just simply went next stage and not focus on those workers. They don't matter to Matti. So much resources lost. So much. This was very heartbreaking to see, to say the least. He is fixing his eco. Matti also did. It could be a bit better, but it's whatever. His food eco is fixed quite a bit. He has some boats. He did take the arrow upgrade. He did take the spear upgrade. And it looks like the fight is a bit on a stalemate right now. Although this may change with Sashkorin. Never mind, he's on 0 food. Probably he has to make a new port yard to help himself out. Get the warehouse upgrade. He did! Very nice. Get the armory upgrade. No, don't take the gunpowder upgrade. Arquebusiers are not worth it. He's only taking this? Why? Oh no. He must be faking this upgrades the damage of hand cannons, or he simply wants to use Harkebusiris and doesn't take this. Take this too. If he uses Harkebusiris without both upgrades, this will be a huge loss for him. They are simply not worth it without both upgrades. All musket units are not worth it without both the upgrades. Keep that in mind. Right now, Sashkorin is pushing very, very strong. But Matti is also at the second medieval stage, getting his Ashigaru Yari, which are... Oh, he did not take the resource upgrade, which are pretty pissed. Actually, a bit more stronger, the Ashigarus as fought, but it's simply 2 average armor and 1 damage. It's not a lot. It's not like Janissary, but it's quite good. Better than nothing. 2 armor is always useful. Can save the unit from 2 hits. And though you do have to use iron on that, if I'm right. Yes, which he doesn't have. Hand cannons going in. Matti loves to use those. And Harkebusiris on his side. Still not taking upgrades. As you can see, they are nearly useless. 90 damage for 3.5 seconds. Against a 16 damage on 1.5 seconds. They are much worse than the archers and cost more. Without the upgrades, it's simply not useful to take this. But right now, the upgrades are almost in both of them. Yeah, they are still bad. I mean, Harkebusiris are the worst gunpowder unit in the game. Stats wise, of course. Musketeers are the worst from West Europe due to their expensive cost. And Sashkorin got his own hand cannons now. Very nice. Looking at the map, we can see some mountain samurais going. Will they save the game or not is up to Sashkorin and Matti himself. One person can have good management and win the game by this. The other one can simply not defend the mountain samurai. Which, to be honest, Sashkorin should be getting right now. They are quite too powerful. If even 4 mountain samurai get into this, it's game over. Like it might be with those ones right here. Sashkorin is just pushing too strong, not letting Matti breathe. This is the end, or so it seems. We'll see what the mountain samurai will do. Let us see. This single-handedly 2 units can win the entire game for Matti. Running 1, 2, 3. He should be running away. Still stacking up his resources. No, don't tell me. No attack speed upgrade. Sashkorin has officially fucked up. They are not only expensive, but are also weaker than basically archers. Never use gunpowder unit without both upgrades, are weaker than archers. Simply, he has forgot. And quite honestly, the attack speed upgrade is even more important than the damage one. Simply, the higher your DPS is, the stronger you can be. Right now, what he really has to focus on is taking down the houses if he wants to win. Those mountain samurai can be everywhere. And if Matti has the army to defend, Sashkorin cannot kill him. But he won't have the army to defend if he destroys the houses. Oh, the production buildings, of course. For mountain samurai... Oh, interesting. 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 workers dead with 10 kills. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Sashkorin lost the game. I already know it and I cannot believe it. What can we say? Basically, it's hard to counter mounted samurais, I know. The only thing you can do to counter them, honestly, is unless you have a extremely good base building, you have to push your opponent, which he is doing right now. But because of him not focusing the houses, he should simply go there and kill those. He will lose this game now. All Mati has to do is camp this. It does look sad. Basically, Sashkorin got robbed out of his victory. Also his fault for not taking the attack speed upgrade. 1 kill. 6, 6, 9, 1. Most worker kills. Yeah, what can you say? It's down to 53 workers against an insane 90 workers going industrial with a good eco. This game has simply failed due to, let's say, a poor reaction and not making them out as samurai yourself, I suppose. There is nothing Sashkorin can do right now. He was winning very strong. There was nothing Mati could have done, remember? And simply Mounted Samurai has won him the game. Nothing to say, nothing to do. Sashkorin might be crying right now. As he has nothing, not even a single thing to do. Simply with this low amount of workers, can try to push. Oh, it's actually looking nice. Because of this bad spread from Mati, he can focus. Oh no. Focused on... The Mountain Samurais are on it again. 40 workers. And he does not focus the houses. He did not take the attack speed upgrade. Yep, it's over. Unless Sashkorin uses... Well, he doesn't even have the resources to get a full pop army, which is the bad part. Because he could always delete all his workers or go for one final push. But not only does he not have the resources stacked, he also does not have any to even make the army. Right now he's on full pop. 110 pop army, but once troops will die, it cannot be remade. It's also bad spreaded. Use the spread formation, please. What can I say? Even though he might be right under his base, it is simply impossible for him to win. And Mati has finally reached China with incredible resources. We can see on the map that the Mountain Samurai are still going in and out. We can see that basically Mati has once again prevailed with his superior base building, taking 1/4 of the map, Sashkorin taking a small size, having this open to him, to the enemy. To be honest, if Sashkorin did the same maybe as Mati, he would probably win, unless of course the Mounted Samurai would come from this side, which can be walled. I'm sure you can just make one wall here and defend all of this. And now you basically can see why the base building is so important, oh so important. Sashkorin doesn't even have the houses soon. He does have extra ones, however, but not anymore. There are many mistakes we could see in this game, which says that the players can still improve on many things, but those mistakes are mostly from experience, unless from Mati. When it comes to Mati, he needs to fix his eco more often. Thank you. 17 damage plus, it's truly a lot. And they don't have wood. Sashkorin going Allen. Yes, fucking horses. I don't blame him. Losing like this does have to hurt. And GG. That was a refreshing game. Going back and forth. but one player can win, the other one has to lose. When it comes to the game, simply Matti has a worse eco, well, that's why he was being pushed. But killing 50 plus workers, maybe even 60 plus, has finished the game, obviously. Those mounted samurai are quite powerful. The one unit that won this game. And I guess that's it for the game. Remember to take your attack speed upgrade if you're ever going to use the gunpowder units. And wait for some more videos. Most likely tomorrow. I've got a whole week of videos planned, so you can simply wait, relax, and enjoy the daily Wessex and Blue videos. Maybe in about 1 week I will get some main videos out alongside some guides, tutorials and strategies. For now, see you until next time.